Let me guess, you're here to kill me. You're a vampire hunter. Or actually, no, wait, don't tell me. You want me to bite you and share my vampiric powers? In any case, this isn't going the way you planned, my friend. You seem frightened. I guess that's a pretty clear sign you're not a hunter. If you couldn't tell, the suspense is killing me. What do you want, human? Why are you here? Oh, you're lost. Sure you are. Usually when people lose their way, they don't journey deeper into the darker parts of the woods, especially around an area where no monster is said to stalk. Haven't you got any sense? Or a map for that matter? No, of course I don't have any intention of hurting you, or anyone else for that matter. Do you know how hard it is to be treated like a vicious monster? Of course you don't. How could you? You still have warm blood in your veins. You don't realize how lucky you are. What do I feed on? I feed on animal blood. Much to my own disgust, I find the consumption of any meat grotesque, even when I was warm actually. Unfortunately, vampires have to feed on something a starvation of blood can bring on a frenzy. That would render me completely out of my own control, and of course my efforts to protect people from my affliction would be very much undone. I just wish people knew I'm not a monster. I hate this. I never asked to be like this, but unfortunately it's my reality, and I have to live with that. It's been my reality for quite some time now. Who made me like this, you ask? Honestly, it was a long time ago. I've forgotten their face actually. All I remember is finding myself on the brink of death, towards the end of a long journey. I remember the winter was terrible that year, and much like you, I lost my way around these parts. I ended up being thrown from my horse. Something spooked him, I guess. Just as the frost was about to set in, a stranger approached me and offered to help. If I knew that his definition of help was something else, I would have just chosen to froze to death. But I agreed, and of course, here I stand, undead, unloved, and ironically still cold. But that was a long time ago, and now I live here. It's away from people and out of sight, out of mind. I'm usually free from having to hide myself around here. I'm very rarely interrupted, especially given the fear the locals instill within every passerby. Honestly, I've done nothing wrong to them. Not once. But still, they see my eyes and skin, and apparently they know me inside out. Oh, you saw the manor, did you? Yes, I do live there actually. Much like me, the manor is cold and unloved, yet there is still light inside. I'm going to go on another wild guess and say that you've been told to keep clear of my house. Correct? Is it haunted? No, well, not really. The ghosts that live there rarely make any fuss, and for the most part they aren't particularly talkative. Regardless, I'm sure you, like the rest of the mortals, you've already passed judgment, haven't you? Just because it looks succulent and a handful of ghosts inhabit it, and a vampire, you deemed it to be evil. You mortals, forever judging books by their covers, never seeking to look within. What do you mean you don't judge a book by their covers? But you all do. Well, in that case, let me ask you this. What do you see when you look at me, besides a cute vampire, of course? No one has ever said anything like that to me before. Please forgive me, but I'm a little taken back. So you don't actually see me as a monster? You don't fear me? Thank you. I honestly can't tell you how much that means to me. For so long I've spent my days cursing the living for a lack of understanding and resentment of me, even though I try so hard to protect them from myself, and try so hard just to live a normal life. Knowing that you really don't really see me as a monster, could I be so bold as to ask your name? That's a wonderful name. I haven't actually heard the name before. Are you not a local? I thought as much. Well, it's nice to meet you. Oh, You want to know my name? My name is Rose. Mm, Professor Rose, to be exact, but once again, that title belonged to me a long time ago, and probably it doesn't mean anything anymore. How old am I? Well, that's awfully intrusive of you to ask, even if I am a vampire. I'm around 130 years old. I was created in my early 20s, so my body has remained virtually the same. The only thing that has changed was my eye and skin color. I miss my emerald eyes. They were a lot less threatening when meeting new people, like yourself, though I suppose they couldn't see in the dark. Look, I really do want to thank you for actually taking the time to get to know me and, well, just listen to me. You're amazing and so kind. I really hope we can do this again, only if you'd like. I'd be happy to have you around my manor for a tea one day. That's if you're free, of course. And don't mind the odd ghost floating around. Really? You loved it? That's great. I mean, brilliant. Thank you. That's really given me something to look forward to. I haven't felt any such emotion for far too long. Well, let's get you back. I'll walk you to wherever you came from. I know this woods better than most, and of course being able to see in the dark is remarkably useful this time of night. Thank you again, you helped me, so let's help you find the road back. Come along.